Newly named Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and our home team. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Block 11! Through!
Watch the twist! Watch the twist! Hatch it! Whip!
Alpha!
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. From the gun, Rivers. Going deep for Benjamin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Darnell Savage that time who was able to knock it away.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football, overtime, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 44-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
He's crashing. He's checking.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They'll get this out wide to Allison. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, it's Jones, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Derwin James, the all-pro safety, is a rookie there to knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the 2nd time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25. And 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rivers under pressure again, and down he goes again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Throwing Rivers. And that is incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
51 yards on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here. Let's pick it up.
Over here.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Pilot, 64, weak.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second and 5 now. Rodgers caught by Jones. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 33.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Rodgers going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Got an open man. It's Valdez Scantling. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
319.
59. Watch the screen. Pass.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0.
Packers 10, Chargers nothing.
This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Hey, Rocket.
Watch twins. Watch the twins.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Rivers on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
79.
SOS. Check 50. Check 50.
Right, 89.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger 1st.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now Rivers. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And by the way, it's worth noting that the Packers are one of 3 teams that Phillip Rivers has never beaten in his long career in the league. Carolina is one, of course, his own team, the Chargers, another, and then the Packers rounding out the 3. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You got it.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, Alpha.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they bring him him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Green Bay.
319.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. And you start and pick it off, just as we saw there.
The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the intercept.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Check nickel. Check nickel.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they let you play.
Go.
Hey, Mike 51.
Hey,
Throwing again. Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. He just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He sets to fire deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. With a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now Gordon. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
White! Hey! Wahoo!
Crunch time, defense.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Completes it to Benjamin. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Melvin Gordon unable to push his way forward. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
Get 300! Get 300!
You're trapped! You're trapped! Sponge! Sponge!
On 1st down, Jones. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 11-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Get ready! Alert 3! Alert 3! Alert 3! Deuce! 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 Deuce!
From the gun, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Nasir Adderley. The rookie from Delaware.
Intercepted. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the
80!
17-yard line.
Black 15!
You remember me? Let's go, baby! 36! 30!
White!
Slam! Slam! Slam!
Check it out!
Now Gordon on 1st down. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Badgley up and good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And some space here. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Running right, Jones. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Open on the left side, this is Valdez-Scantling. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Single. Motion, man.
You. Hey, Rocket.
Switch up.
Load it. Wait, 89.
Rivers to throw it. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10.
180.
On 1st down, it's Gordon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Watch out.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Keep it skinny.
Operating from the gun. Rivers nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Ty Long now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. And an alley to run. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
It's caught by Garcon. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
That's a gain of 8.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now Rivers. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Bravo.
You ain't got nothing. 51, Mike. Mike 51.
Hey, ready, Pete Hunt.
Now Rivers on 4th down. And it's complete. Henry. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Phillip Rivers, no stranger to 4th quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Zachary 90. 190.
It's just me and you.
12.
From the gun, Rivers. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 1 man in the backfield, that's Gordon, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Cluster.
Switch it.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Melvin Gordon, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Just don't want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 31-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Jones. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jair Alexander in from the corner to make the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Kill. Buffalo one. Hey, go orange. White, 89.
Here's Rivers. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
No, 58.
Check, 59. I got you. I got you.
The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's third down.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Packers, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.